21 CR 19158, State versus Matthew Aldridge. Are you Matthew Aldridge? Are you Matthew Aldridge?
I'm the attorney of fact for Matthew Aldridge.
You were what?
The attorney of fact.
Attorney what?
Of fact.
Attorney of fact. And what does that mean?
His authorization to do legal representation.
Are you a licensed attorney?
No, I'm simply an attorney of fact.
Okay. And does that mean you have a power of attorney? What is your name? What is your name?
My name?
Yes, sir.
I don't have.
You don't have a name? Pardon?
I'm the attorney of fact for the.
This guy strolls into court claiming to be the attorney of fact, a title that doesn't even exist in real law. You can practically hear the judge's brain short circuit. It's less a legal defense and more a live-action courtroom parody.
And to do so otherwise violates the criminal law statutes of the state of Tennessee and could land someone who attempts to represent themselves as an attorney at law in serious trouble. I understand what you're saying. I understand you're saying an attorney in fact. And what I want you to understand is that if you have a power of attorney, then you need to demonstrate that power of attorney. Do you have a legal document called a power of attorney?
No, I do not at this time.
Okay. Then you don't have any authority to act on behalf of Matthew Aldridge in this court. You have no legal authority, nor do you have any authority through a legal document to represent or to act on behalf of Matthew Aldridge.
Why don't the court just let me file this document?
Show it to the bailiff and he'll show it to me.
This is where the joke stops being funny. After the second clip, the judge lays it out plainly. If you have a power of attorney, prove it. He doesn't. Which means he's trying to insert himself into a legal case with zero authority. That's dangerous. Lives, freedom, and legal outcomes are at stake. Courts don't gamble with that. Imagine if anyone could just wander in and represent you. Total chaos.
Apparently there's a copy here. All right. This is in the state of Tennessee of Cheatham County and Chancery Court, which is filed in the wrong county because in the wrong court, because this is circuit court. You just be quiet.
You go to the courthouse, it comes up.
You need to listen to me instead of talking, okay? This is a challenge to the standing. The Supreme Court of the United States has stated that no corporation has standing anything to man. And then there's a quotation for Rundle versus Delaware Raritan Canal Company. And then it said, as well as it being a maximum law, citing certain Latin phrases, dissimilar things ought not to be joined by a definition of Black's Law Dictionary. So the respondent in error requires that the state of Tennessee Incorporated and Cheatham County Chancery Court prove their standing to proceed against a man in any court of law. You have 15 calendar days to prove your standing or forever yield to estoppel, waiver, and fraud, and cease and desist this proceeding immediately.
The classic Sovereign Citizen.
This is straight from the Sovereign Citizen Greatest Hits album. Obscure case law, random Latin phrases, and a full-on attack on the court's jurisdiction. It's all smoke and mirrors. In criminal court, this has zero legal weight. All it really does is test the judge's patience and drag out the process. These tactics don't shield you from consequences, they just dig the hole deeper.
All right. Well, I find that Matthew Neal Aldridge has failed to appear personally in this court for the plea day on his case, which is set for trial tomorrow. And as a result, you have no standing, sir, under what I know what you're trying to do is to try to use the sovereign citizen approach to this situation. And I'm simply telling you that you do not have the right to represent Matthew Neal Aldridge. If you are, in fact, Matthew Neal Aldridge, then you need to say so and stop this nonsense, because what you're attempting to do has no legal effect. You cannot challenge the criminal law or the jurisdiction of this court by simply filing some legal mumbo jumbo having to do with civil litigation. That has civil litigation in it. It is not a criminal case that you have cited. So it has no effect on this court regarding the criminal statutes of this court. This court is empowered under the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the state of Tennessee, and by the duly elected citizens of Cheatham County to empower and enforce the laws of the state of Tennessee. And that is what I'm going to do regarding that.
The judge finally cuts through the fog, calling the arguments exactly what they are, nonsense. But he doesn't stop there. He breaks it down, explaining that criminal court runs on the Constitution and established law, not on made-up legal fantasies. It's a rare moment of clarity where the theatrics stop and the reality check hits hard.
Is that an Article 3 trial?
To what?
Will that be an Article 3 trial? A trial by jury with jury?
It would be a trial by jury. Certainly it would be. But I don't know who you are. And I don't think you have any authority if you are not Matthew Lynn Aldridge to appear before this court. And you are wasting valuable time to all of these other citizens who are here today. So when I'm talking, you stop talking. No, you will when I'm finished talking. You are wasting the court's time by doing this, and I'm just simply instructing you that if you are in fact Matthew Lynn Aldridge, then this is your last day to settle your case. The trial date is set for tomorrow, and unfortunately it will not go forward because of the fact that I have a conflict and I have to be in Stewart County on a civil matter. So we're going to assign a new trial date for Matthew Lynn Aldridge.
Someone's life, someone's freedom, on the line. After clip 5, it turns heartbreaking and frustrating. Today was meant to be Matthew Aldridge's final chance to resolve his case before trial. Instead of closure, the day spirals into missed opportunities and mounting stakes. What should have been a turning point now feels like the calm before a storm.
July 15th.
I'm sorry,
July 15th.
July 15th. All right. To Matthew Aldridge and the individual standing before me whose name must not be uttered, then we will set a July 15th trial date for Mr. Aldridge. Whatever this document is that you have filed is in fact invalid because it does not cite any.
Found. Possibly him under another name, he wastes the court's time and drags the case deeper into confusion. Everyone else in that courtroom is left waiting, their own matters stalled. It's selfish, it's reckless. After clip 6, the judge finally draws the line. A new trial date is set, but the warning couldn't be sharper: miss it, and jail is next. The patience in the room is nearly gone. This isn't about paperwork anymore, it's about accountability. And right now, that's nowhere to be found.